Exercise 2G is about linear inequalities. Now, it's really important to know that this symbol means greater than. This one is greater than or equal to, less than, and less than or equal to. And part of the problem here is we need to actually graph our solutions. So the first thing I'm going to do is teach you how to graph the solutions. So if we were to graph x is greater than 3, first thing is x, so let's put a little x on our number line. Let's just mark two numbers on our number line. So we've got 0 there, 3 there. You notice I didn't go 2 squares, I only went 2 squares over, not 3. That doesn't matter because I haven't put any other numbers on there. Now, the thing about greater than is we draw an open circle. We want to go greater, so we're going to the right. Now, if you draw it on the number line, it's really difficult to see sometimes, but you can draw it just above the number line. That's fine. So x is greater than 3, looks like that. Number 2, x is greater than or equal to -8. So again, it's x. We'll put our x. We'll put our 0 somewhere, and over here we'll put our -8 to the left of the 0. Now, greater than or equal to is a filled-in circle. So when there's this extra line, we fill in the circle. When there's not the extra line, we leave it open. Greater than points to the right. So our arrows always point the same way as this symbol, as long as the x is on the left. Over here, A is less than 52. So we'll mark our axis with an A. We'll put a 0 here, and anywhere you want, put the 52 as long as it's to the right of the 0. It doesn't have the equal sign, so it's an open circle, and it's pointing that way. We're going to the left, so we go that way. And lastly, B is less than or equal to -12. So we mark B on our number line, we mark 0, -12 is to the left of 0. We need to fill in the circle because it's got this equals line, so fill in a circle at -12, and the arrow points that way. Less than, so down lower. Okay, let's have a look at some actual equation problems with that. So we're solving inequalities. So the note is you must solve the inequation and graph the solution. Okay, always draw a graph of your solution. So let's have a go. Now, when you solve these, one thing I haven't mentioned is that if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must turn the sign. So multiply or divide by a negative, then turn the inequality sign. So let's solve the first one. So first we need to plus the 2. So we get 3x, the -2 and the +2 are gone. 4 + 2 is 6. Divide by the 3, 3's cancel. X is less than 2. Remember, we have to graph it. So it's an x, there's 0, there's 2, open circle, that way, less than. Okay, number 2, slightly harder equation here. 5 minus 4x over 3 is greater than or equal to 7. Remember, the 5 minus 4x, this vinculum puts it into brackets. So we need to get rid of this divide 3 first. We times by the 3. Remember, 3 bracket means 3 times bracket. We have to times that side by 3 as well. Those 3's cancel. We get 5 minus 4x is greater than or equal to 21. Now, this is a positive 5, so we're going to minus the 5. Be a bit careful there because some people see that minus and think they have to add it, but the 5 is a positive 5. So we're minusing the 5. We get -4x is greater than or equal to 16. Now we need to divide by a -4. Now remember what I said. If I multiply or divide by a negative number, I need to turn the sign around. The -4's cancel. I've got x, turn the sign around. 16 divided by -4 is -4. I need to graph my solution, so my number line is in X. Here's 0 there and -4 to the left of it. Filled in circle at -4. Arrow pointing that way because it's less than. Okay, let's look at example number 3. So now you'll notice here I've got an X on each side. So when there's an X on each side, the first step is to collect the X's together. I've got a choice. I could minus 3X, but -2 minus 3 is going to make it -5. It's better if I plus 2X. So let's add 2X to each side. And that way I get a positive X value. So though they're gone, I'm just left with 8 greater than 5X and divide by the 5. Now, here we've ended up with X on the right. If that happens, you need to turn the equation around. Now, the less than symbol will turn around with the equation turning around as well. Now, 8 over 5, we know that's 1 3/5 if we work it out, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about X, it's positive, so here's 0, here's 8 over 5. It's an open circle because there's not an equals, and it points to the left, so we go that way. One more equation. So we've got brackets again. We need to start by expanding the brackets. So 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times minus x is minus 5x. Less than or equal to 3x plus 1. Okay, so we've got an x on each side. So we've got a choice. We could minus 3x, but that'll give us a negative. Or we could add 5x, and that'll make things positive. Minus 5 plus 5 gone. So we've got 10x left, less than or equal to 3x plus 5x is 8x, and we've still got a plus 1. Let's minus the 1. 9 is less than or equal to 8x. At any point, you're welcome to turn the equation around. I might just do it now. So we put 8x on this side. We've got to turn the sign, 9. Let's divide by the 8 so we can get x on its own. Cancel the 8's. So x is greater than or equal to 9 on 8. 9 on 8 is 1 and 1/8. But again, it doesn't matter. Mark with an x, it's positive. So I'm going to put 0 on that side. I'm going to put 9 on 8 here. Filled in circle because there's an equals. And the arrow points that way. You can see the questions there that you need to do.